Hi guys, I'm going to check out if going live on here is helping me to put on vlogs like writing a journal page. I'm bad at writing journal pages. I love writing, but I'm bad at writing journal pages. I don't know why. I always suffered with it. So maybe this is the way for me. And as the subject of today is something I wanted to talk about publicly, I decided to start and do a live stream. If someone is willing to pop in, then you're welcome. If nobody is coming in, then it's also okay. um, But what I wanted to talk to you about, and that's to all the viewers that know me, is that I've noticed that since we had to let our dog go in December, we had to put him down because he was too old and sick. Since then, my dissociation symptoms have increased by a large volume, I must say. If I must pinpoint it with about a percentage, I think 25 to 40%, my dissociation symptoms have gone up. And that is something to be concerned about. That is something to be wary about. I am still in the process to get therapy, but that can take long as waiting lists are long. But I'm still willing to go and to go through that. But this is my last chance for therapy. And this will be a long process. It will be a process between 3 to 5 years, they say, they estimate. So that's also in consideration of what I'm going to talk to you about is that I'm thinking for a while about maybe I need a service dog. And I know it's a controversial topic lately, as in the USA, service dogs are not very well regulated as far as I understood. I've done research last few weeks on service dogs and what can service dogs do, and all the videos that I watch that are people with service dogs in the United States. They run into trouble that people can always say they have a service dog, but they're actually taking a fake service dog. They're taking a pet and putting them in a vest and say, "Hey, this is my service dog," and that's not how service dogs work. So to be before that with comments and stuff, because I'm going to let this video be on my channel. Here in the Netherlands, people who have service dogs are really regulated. You cannot just put a simple pet in a vest here in the Netherlands and say it's a service dog. Here in the Netherlands, when you are allowed to get a service dog, you will be trained with personal trainers. In the period that the dog is still in training with you, you will get an identification card that tells them this is a service dog in training, and yes, it's allowed in public places, and a vest where there's a big L for learning on the vest stitched, and then you can use the service dog for training purposes. And when you go through all the training, you have to do an exam. an official exam, and if you fail that or the dog fails that, then you will not get your license and the dog will not be certified. So you can't take the dog anymore in public places until it is certified. So that is helping getting rid of a lot of the trouble that a lot of American people struggle with these days, which I feel sorry for, because the people that really need a service dog suffer from that, because they are being questioned stupid questions. They are being told that their dog is not a real service dog, while it is. That's kind of stupid. But here in the Netherlands, it's that way. And it's also that when you and your dog are certified, you have to renew that certification every year. So every year you have to do a small exam to make sure your dog and you are still compliant with the law. So I think about if maybe a service dog would help me. I am diagnosed with complex PTSD with dissociative subtype. So a lot of my symptoms come out as dissociative. And I think a service dog could help me with that. But in the Netherlands, where I live, service dogs for PTSD are not paid for by insurance. If you need a service dog when you're blind or when you're deaf or when you physically completely disabled, that you need help, you will get it covered by insurance. But people with PTSD or autistic people or all that kind of psychological help that want a service dog, they can't have it paid for by insurance, which is very sad, of course, but also understandable, because service dogs are expensive to train. But from the other side, when people could use a service dog and it would help them to be more self-reliant, to be more able to take care of themselves, and they wouldn't need the more and more expensive care from caregivers. So there are two sides to that. So it's a two-sided thing, but for now I run into the issue that I would not be able to pay for a service dog myself out of pocket. I hear numbers about 20,000 euros you would need for it. I don't have I don't have that kind of money, and we're in a situation where we're not able to crowdfund or that kind of stuff because of the disability funds me and my husband receive. We're not allowed to crowdfund. So it would be a long shot, but it keeps being a thing in my mind. It keeps being a thing that keeps me occupied. Because I think I would benefit from a service dog. Before we had the dog we had was not a service dog. It was just a gentle giant Saint Bernard house dog. And of course it's good already to have a dog in the house. That's not what I say. But my trauma also disables me outside the door, and a normal house dog you can't take with you to the shop or to, let's say, a theme park or something like that. You can't take a normal dog to it. So the benefit would only be in the house, and I also need it outside of the house. So I'm really thinking about, should I press for it? Should I try to find a way to get a service dog? Or should I not press through and see what happens? I think the dog could surely help me with my dissociation by distracting me. It could help me not self-harm. I have eczema on my hands, for instance, and I will keep picking and drawing at it until it bleeds. So that are kind of self-harming methods I use, and that a dog could help to try and stop it, because you can teach a dog that when I'm scratching there constantly, you can teach the dog to tap your hand or to lay its paw on your hand and make you aware, hey, I'm scratching, I shouldn't do that. But also in crowds, I do not so well with crowds. I get very anxious with people around me, and especially if they're behind me and I can't see them. And a dog could help me then by making that physical space around me. So that would give me the ability to feel more safe in environments where I normally don't feel safe. And that would help me get out of the house more and get out to places and meet people and speak to people. So there's a lot to say about getting a service dog. I hope I made myself understandable. It's at least a test for myself to see if this will work, if it helps me calm my brain down. And then we'll see. So thank you for watching.